And now Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Michael Autovino.
Good morning, everyone. It'll be a windy day outside today. There is a lake wind advisory in effect from 2 o'clock today until 10 o'clock tonight, and that's for the American Falls Reservoir with gusts over 25 miles per hour. That'll cause rough chop on the reservoir. So if you're thinking about taking your small boat out today, it might not be the greatest days for that because small boats will be especially prone to capsizing on a day like today. Now, the winds right now aren't too bad, but they will be picking up as we move throughout the day today. Generally seeing calm winds across the upper half of the Snake River Plain, even across the western half of Wyoming, and wind speeds barely even reaching 5 miles per hour across the Snake River Plain. But for today, winds will be between 15 to 25 miles per hour, with gusts even higher than that likely. Temperatures right now are pretty mild across the Snake River Plains. Overall, a pretty good start to the day out there. We're seeing a temperature right now in Pocatello of 65 degrees. It's 55 degrees right now in Blackfoot. Across the western half of Wyoming, temperatures generally in the 40s, and even across the Central Mountains are in the 40s. Even into Montana, seeing the upper 40s to start off the morning out there. On the Storm Tracker satellite and radar, there are some clouds being picked up across eastern Idaho, even some scattered moisture across the Central Mountains, across the upper Snake Highlands, even into western Wyoming for today. And there is a threat to see some scattered moisture across the Central Mountains and maybe even an isolated thunderstorm popping up later today across the Snake River Plain. By about 9 o'clock this morning, we're seeing some clouds building in across eastern Idaho. So overall for today, most areas will see a mixture of sun and clouds out there. By about 4 o'clock, seeing some moisture across the Central Mountains, that moisture even going into Montana for today, and it will be scattered even by about 10, 11 o'clock tonight. The Central Mountains still seeing those scattered showers and thunderstorms, maybe even an isolated shower or thunderstorm popping up by Jackson, and seeing some clouds building into the Snake River Plain by this evening again. Maybe even an isolated thunderstorm will be possible overnight across all areas. For today across the Snake River Plain, it'll be a windy day out there. We'll have a mixture of sun and clouds, and there is a chance for an isolated thunderstorm to pop up later on in the day today. High temperatures much cooler than what we saw yesterday. Yesterday, we were in the mid-90s across Pocatello at one point, but today we won't see any 90s for all areas. We'll have a high temperature today in Pocatello of 84 degrees. It'll be 83 degrees in Blackfoot. It will also be 83 degrees in Idaho Falls. Across the Central Mountains, scattered rain showers and thunderstorms are likely this afternoon, with most areas not even seeing the 80s for today. It'll be 79 degrees today in Salmon, 72 degrees in Ledore, 71 degrees in Stanley, and a warmer 83 degrees today in Chalice. Across the Highlands and western Wyoming areas, expect isolated afternoon thunderstorms possible with a mixture of sun and clouds as we move throughout the day today. High temperatures not even in the 80s for most areas across western Wyoming. We'll have a high temperature today of 79 degrees in Jackson. It'll be 75 degrees in Island Park, 78 degrees in Driggs. And looking ahead to this evening, low temperatures will be mainly in the 40s and the 50s with isolated thunderstorms possible overnight across all areas. Now for tomorrow on that 7-day forecast, temperatures will continue to drop. Tomorrow we'll have a high temperature of 74 degrees. The winds continue. We'll have a nice weekend. It'll be a bit breezy out there. And then looking ahead to next week, we're seeing lots of sunshine with temperatures warming back up into the 80s. Across the Idaho Falls area, expect a high temperature of 83 degrees today. Much cooler tomorrow, not even reaching the 70s with an isolated thunderstorm possible, and the winds continuing into the weekend. Across the Teton area, expect a high of 78 degrees today with thunderstorms possible through Saturday and partly cloudy skies likely on Sunday. Across the Central Mountains, expect a high temperature of 83 degrees today with showers and thunderstorms likely for tomorrow.